And those are just general admission tickets. If you want a seat, some of those are going for over $1,000.
Tickets at the Target Center in Minnesota selling for as low as $10.
WNBA playoff tickets have dropped to just $10, and no, that's not a joke. Some seats are literally going for $10. Compare that to just weeks ago when courtside seats for Caitlin Clark's games were selling for thousands. Even tickets for the Phoenix Mercury were going for at least $65, with prime seats right behind the bench. But now, crickets, it's clear. Without Caitlin Clark, the hype has deflated. DJ Carrington's antics aren't drawing the crowds anymore. The WNBA missed a massive opportunity this postseason. If the Indiana Fever had gotten a home game, if Clark hadn't been sidelined by politics and poor calls,
those ratings follow. The WNBA draft, the doubleheader to open the NBA season, ratings.
We'd be talking millions in revenue. Imagine what finals tickets would have gone for if Caitlin was playing. It would have been insane. Everywhere she goes, the numbers speak for themselves. Ratings through the roof, from the WNBA draft to her debut and beyond. Let's be honest, the league needs to start protecting its stars, especially Clark. She carried the worst team in the league to the playoffs, fought through bad calls, trash talk.
An amazing passer.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most creative passers I've ever seen, along with the Magic Johnson, that type of passer. She makes long, short pass, bounce pass. I mean, incredible passes. And her teammates have been really good. They catch them and they finish. I mean, they've done a really good job.
Caitlin Clark didn't just raise the WNBA's profile, she revolutionized it. Her presence sent ticket prices soaring and brought in record-breaking viewership. She even elevated the league's financial landscape, contributing to increased player salaries. Now we're seeing players like Angel Reese flaunting their paychecks online. But let's be honest, without Caitlin, most people wouldn't have known her name. Fast forward to today, and the contrast is stunning. The WNBA is facing a dramatic and unexpected decline in ticket sales during the finals. Just months ago, Caitlin's regular season games were headline events, sold-out arenas, thousands of dollars per seat, and the kind of buzz rarely seen in women's sports. Fans were willing to pay anything just to witness her magic on the court, but with Caitlin Clark out of the playoffs, everything has changed. Ticket prices, once in the thousands, have dropped as low as $10. Stadiums are struggling to fill seats. The electric energy that surrounded her games has vanished, and with it, much of the momentum the league had built around her stardom. The WNBA has been forced into damage control, slashing prices in hopes of making the arenas look full, even if the excitement is missing. But fans can feel it. Caitlin's absence is deeply felt, and the product just isn't the same without her. She wasn't just a rookie, she was the spark behind a national movement. Her performances brought in millions of new viewers, sold merchandise, dominated headlines, and carried one of the league's weakest teams into the postseason. Now, without her, the finals feel eerily quiet. The buzz is gone. The league is scrambling to recover from a glaring void, one that no marketing strategy can fill. Caitlin Clark didn't just raise the bar, she was the bar, and without her, the WNBA is learning just how much she mattered.
Records, once again, why would she not? This Sunday's game between number 5 Iowa versus number 2 Ohio State is the most expensive ticket in women's basketball, WNBA or NCAA women's on record. The current get-in price is almost $500.
There's no denying it. Caitlin Clark is the biggest star in the WNBA right now. But with growing rumors that she may take her talents overseas to Europe, the league finds itself in a tough spot. If Clark leaves, she could instantly elevate international women's basketball, bringing massive attention and viewership to a rival league, potentially setting the WNBA back years. After the way she's been treated this season, many fans aren't blaming her. In fact, they're encouraging her to go.
A team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy...
If Caitlin Clark decides to make the leap to an international league, it's hard to imagine how the WNBA could maintain its newfound momentum without her magnetic presence. Overseas teams are already lining up to capitalize on her global appeal, and if she chooses Europe, the WNBA could face a massive decline in viewership and fan engagement. Many fans would follow her abroad, leaving the league struggling with a sudden and serious drop in attention and support. Clark's departure could undo years of progress, setting the league back in ways that may take a long time to recover from. Despite the record-breaking ratings and revenue she's brought in, there's a growing sense that the WNBA hasn't done enough to support her, whether it's protecting her from excessive on-court targeting or giving her the spotlight she deserves. Now, the consequences of that failure are becoming impossible to ignore.
The players, a lot of these wonderful ladies who bust their tail to make the WNBA what it was. Here's the reality. It wasn't what it is. The quality of basketball may have been up to snuff, and you had somebody as popular as Cheryl Swoops who had her own signature shoe, had to deal with Nike and all of this other stuff. But the bottom line is, very few people gave it.
With Clark sidelined from the playoffs, the excitement surrounding the games has evaporated, leading to a dramatic nosedive in ticket sales. Fans who had been eager to see Clark's dynamic performances are now disinterested, leaving the WNBA scrambling to sell tickets for its biggest games of the year. The league, which seemed poised for a breakthrough season, now faces the reality that without Clark, they're struggling to maintain the same level of engagement and are at risk of losing the momentum they've worked hard to build. In the past few weeks alone, the WNBA has experienced one of the steepest declines in attendance and fan interest in its history. The league went from drawing some of the largest crowds it had ever seen, arenas packed to capacity, to witness Caitlin Clark's dynamic play, to now practically begging fans to attend the finals. It's a shock reversal of fortunes, highlighting just how much the WNBA had come to depend on Clark to fill seats and generate excitement. Without her, players are thinking about going on strike due to being jealous of her salary and not being paid enough. Her presence on the court didn't just elevate her team, it energized the entire league, making every game she played a marquee event. Without her, however, the WNBA is facing a daunting challenge to stay relevant. The buzz that Clark created was instrumental in the league's recent growth, and now without her, the WNBA is struggling to regain that same momentum. The sharp decline in interest is a harsh reminder of how vital star players like Clark are to the league's success. To put things in perspective, had Caitlin Clark been part of the WNBA Finals, front row seats could have easily fetched upwards of $20,000 each. The demand for tickets would have been astronomical, as fans and celebrities alike scrambled to be part of what would have been the most highly anticipated finals in WNBA history. Clark's presence would have transformed the event into a spectacle, elevating the finals to a whole new level of excitement and media attention. Instead, the league is facing a starkly different reality. With Clark absent, ticket prices have plummeted to rock-bottom levels, and the enthusiasm that once surrounded the games has evaporated.
The WNBA, we've now earned enough money for every single team to fly private. So if we put her on the team, we're going to be able to fly private all the way to Paris and back. We have been fighting for private flights for so many years in women's basketball, but I mean, we can go back to...
Media coverage has significantly dwindled, and the WNBA Finals have lost their status as a must-see event. As a result, the league has missed out on a major revenue opportunity, not only through ticket sales but also through high-value sponsorship deals. With fewer fans tuning in or attending games, sponsors are pulling back, leading to millions in lost revenue. What could have been a financial windfall has instead become a sobering setback, one that highlights just how crucial Caitlin Clark's presence is to the WNBA's success. This downturn isn't limited to business metrics. The atmosphere surrounding the league has noticeably shifted. Without Clark on the court, there's an evident drop in energy and engagement. The finals, once the pinnacle of the WNBA season, have become something of an afterthought. Fan interest has waned, and the absence of the league's brightest star has left a void that's impossible to ignore. The buzz, the momentum, the cultural relevance that Clark generated, it's all missing. If the WNBA wants to avoid a deeper decline, it must seriously reconsider how it supports and protects its star players. Caitlin Clark is a once-in-a-generation talent, someone capable of not only elevating the WNBA but redefining the global perception of women's basketball. Her impact goes far beyond the box score. She brings visibility, excitement, and unprecedented growth to the league. Yet if the league continues to fall short in providing her with the infrastructure, protection, and respect necessary to thrive, it runs a real risk of losing her to international markets.